Hey guys, welcome back to Debate Heart. I'm Emily, and today I am joined by Grace
Hey.
and Ellie.
Hello.
And today we're going to be reviewing and breaking down season 5, episode 4 of Only Murders in the Building, titled Dirty Birds. So let's get straight into it. But before we do, please like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with our content. Comment down below with your theories and suspicions for this season, and let's go. So, as a quick recap, the plot of episode 4 is snooping goes sideways when three billionaire suspects catch the trio and invite themselves over for an evening at Oliver's. So, to start with my quick review, I enjoyed getting to learn more about this new mob and seeing their personalities, and the twist in the end with them being the stakeholders in the podcast company that the trios had signed themselves to was really good. I didn't see that one coming, so that was really good. Also enjoyed getting to see Vince again. That was really nice, and seeing him and Charles make bird noises, which were really funny. But yeah, I just can't understand why the trio signed the contract so quickly. They didn't even read it. I know they had their lawyer look at it, but still they should have read it anyway. Like I get they're probably too excited. I know they're really keen for it, but they were really careful with the movie contract. But for this, they just rushed straight into it. But yeah, in terms of favorite episodes from season 5 so far, I still have to say episode 2 has been the highlight for me. And then in terms of theories, so in episode 4, we learned that there were 5 people at the casino last Saturday: Nikki, Jay, Bash, and Camilla, and then another person. And in episode 4, we never discover who this fifth person is, but whoever it is, they could perhaps be missing a left finger. And we basically just discover that that finger wasn't actually Jay's, as it's from a person's left hand. So who is this fifth person? We also see that Bash has a knack for using cleavers, but I don't think he killed Nikki. I think it's a red herring. I have a feeling the person who is responsible is perhaps the fifth person, or maybe even someone else. Could just be part of her outfit, but it was interesting seeing Camilla wearing gloves. So I don't know, it probably was part of her outfit, or perhaps it was a deliberate choice. Maybe she has a missing finger and she's covering it up. I don't know. But also, Randall, the other doorman, like the new trainee doorman, also wears gloves. So a little suspicious. It's a very good way of hiding that. I hate the way that Jay like made Mabel feel like she felt like they'd connected, and then he sort of turned around and stabbed her in the back. But saying that, I don't think he's the killer. But then Camilla did say though that he has a tantrum for when he loses. So could that be perhaps what happened? But I don't know. Personally, for me, I just think it's really unlikely that someone from the new mob is the killer. I think it's just too soon, too easy. I feel like we won't see much of them in the season, but I think we're still waiting for that big moment to come. The new doorman, the robot, I don't know why, but I get this feeling that Bash owns him and he's using the robot as a way to spy on the group. But I feel like that's maybe a bit too far-fetched. I don't know. But then also that robot also asked for the the people who live in the Arconia for their fingerprints and stuff, and perhaps it might be possible to get a fingerprint off that finger and try and discover whose finger it is, maybe. I don't know how well kept that finger has been. I mean, it's in the freezer, so it could be fine, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But yeah, I think we still just need to discover who this first character is, and then we'll hopefully find out a lot more. I think my theory at the moment is that Lester happened to hear something on that day and he came in to see Nikki dead on the floor and then he ran and then he was killed. So I think that is what happened. So the only 2 people I'm thinking it could be is the mayor or Althea. I feel like Althea has quite a bit of money now from her success, so maybe she got into gambling, but I'm still struggling to see the motive behind it. I, I don't know. I feel like there's just something we're missing, which is soon to come, hopefully. Also, could Vince have identified the wrong birds from the ledger? So Vince said that Lester was bad at identifying them in the wild, the birds. So could the birds that Vince mapped out for the new mob be wrong? So perhaps it's someone else? Also, what I found very suspicious was that Jay mentioned that Nikki's body was hanging on the rack at the dry cleaners, and he said that the news said this. But I don't know if that's something the news would have said. Like that just seems a bit too much details on how the body was found and all that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It just seemed really suspicious how you would have known that. And then we also have to talk about Althea. So still not liking her. She is. What I found weird though is that she got off on another floor. We know that her floor is the penthouse, but she got off on I think maybe Oliver's floor, which is really weird. Like, why would you get off at Oliver's floor? And she was the one who told the trio about this company, I think it was Wonderfy or whatever it was, the podcast company. So maybe she has some sort of connection with the billionaire. I don't know. But then to sum up, I found out a really fun fact that the Less of the Robot is actually voiced by Paul Rudd. So that it was a very fun fact, a really nice scheme to I mean I couldn't even hear it, but really fun fact and I guess nice sort of hearing him again after we've seen him for the past two seasons. So yeah. But yeah, I think it's still too early on, but it was nice getting to see some new characters, but hopefully next episode we'll get to come up with some more proper good theories.
Okay, first off, Ant-Man is the robot? I need to rewatch that because I feel like I must have missed that. God. So back to the episode. I really enjoyed it. I love seeing the trio working again together again and seeing the new mob with the which are very interesting characters. Like you could just tell like they think they're so smart and so entitled and so just so rich basically that they can do whatever they want and I just feel and I know they say like it's the new mob but to me I just don't feel like they are technically like the new mob. I just feel like they feel like the more like the money banks that Nikki tries to loan money in for the gambling room for something. I don't know, but I mean, I know they're devious. I mean, of what they did in the end, like they actually are the owners of that podcast industry thing that they sign up to. So I've got the names, but I agree with Emily there that I don't think they're involved with Lester's or maybe Nikki's death. They might have something to do with it a little bit, but I don't think a big involvement. I think it's too early to say that they're the killers. I do, again, I agree with Emily that I do think the mayor might have something to do with it. I'm not sure, but I got a gut feeling it is. Althea, I think, Emily, I think you're on the road as well. That I think is involved as well. I think she could actually maybe not the fifth person, but I think she might be also be part of the gambling room as well because she is rich now. So maybe she wants to just get richer in the room. So I think she might possibly be involved. I don't have much big theories, but I had like little theories about like very weird curiosities from Bash. So I remember when he was cooking with Charles, like when Charles asked, "How old are you?" and he said, "Depends on the organs." I'm like, "Wait, how many organs have you got?" That's a bit freaky. And then I know he owns the internet and he's got AI and people don't know how old he is. And a part of me was thinking that this is probably far-fetched, but part of me was thinking like, wait, is he like part robot? Maybe like AI? I just uh I don't know, but yeah. I don't have much theories today, but I did enjoy this episode for sure. And I hope we get to see more cameos from like past characters to come in, definitely.
So loved this episode as I have been loving this season. I think episode two, with Lester's like backstory and everything is still my favorite. Like Emily said, it was just a lovely episode to watch. But this one was very funny. I really liked seeing the mob, and their kind of like backstories and just getting like a bit more deep diving into them. I kind of called it as soon as it happened. Um, I didn't see the twist at the end because I saw it coming. I did see it. I didn't not see it, is what I meant to say. As soon as they were like, oh, they've got the thing, I was like, that's it. That's the blackmail. That's what they're using. And I don't think it was a case of them not looking at the contract. I think they did probably look at the contract, but how are they to know that the stockholders were going to be them that invested? So they probably did deep dive into this contract and put all this effort in the same way they did the film. And then they were just like, here, let me put this little tiny print in that we are actually the stockholders now. So that will be interesting. I think I agree with the girls. I don't think that these mob bosses are our killers. I think they've definitely done something and they definitely are covering something up. They wouldn't have gone through this massive back plan to like take over their podcast and go into the house and get their trust and all of this. Like they've probably somehow now got proof that they've been near the body. They've probably recorded that conversation and they've got proof of him being like, oh yeah, I accidentally touched the body and we were around the body beforehand, and they'll probably use that against them as well. But yeah, I think they are going to be a big cause in this season, but I don't think they're going to be the main cause in this season. Maybe they killed Nikki, but not Lester, or something like that. Like, I think they've done something, but it's not the main one. It would be too easy for them to be the main one, surely. If it turns around and actually it is the main one, then I am going to be shocked. But yeah, I think we've still got a lot more. I think we are missing that fifth person. Thea, still forgot about her as soon as she appeared again on this episode. I was like, oh my god, I forgot that she existed. So yes, I think she definitely needs a bigger part in this season. I think we are getting it because we are getting an episode almost for each kind of potential person that we need to dive into. So I think we're definitely getting that. So I'll be interested to see what happened and why she turned her back on Mabel. But yeah, she definitely has a bigger part in this. I don't think it's convenient that she's just appeared at this time. So we've got a lot more to learn, people, and we're running out of episodes. So I wonder where the next one will take us.
I've just had a thought. I mean, it could not maybe be the fifth person, but definitely someone who could have been involved in the casino was Teddy Demas. I feel like that could perhaps be maybe. I know he's gonna make an appearance at some point, I'm pretty sure is what I've heard. So I think would it would kind of make sense if he was maybe involved in it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see about that one.
I'm so bad with names. I did have to Google who you meant just then. But you're so right. We haven't seen him in ages, and
Wait, he was in episode
a
2,
very
wasn't he,
rich
as a cameo?
person.
Yeah, as a cameo, yeah. So maybe that was what they meant, just as a cameo. But I don't know.
Wait,
Maybe.
is he rich?
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. Yeah.
He's really
Wait, so
rich.
I don't think he can be now. Like after season 1, like he was like kind
Well,
of
no. But before, like in the past, like maybe not right
Mm.
now, but like in the past, maybe at some point. So he might have
Maybe.
some sort of background knowledge on how the
But I'm
casino
just thinking
works or
this,
something like that.
but also like there's somebody maybe tenants in the building who
Hmm.
are very rich as well. I'm just trying to think for the top of my head. I know who's that annoying neighbor with the glasses and who was friends with Bunny. Was
Oh,
it
Uma,
Uma? I don't know. I feel like we need to have a story about her so at some point. And
season 6, she's the victim. You set it up, Grace.
just a couple of things I just forgot to mention. One, I mentioned in the last episode that we saw Charles taking was had a prescription for drugs, and we saw him like kind of like on his toes stretching like by the lift. So I'm not sure if that's a side effect or because I'm still a little bit concerned about like why he's taking them and if it's for something urgent. Second of all, I also realized that while watching this episode, it's kind of like a warning about the use of AI as well. Like, because not just the AI robot who's gonna take over the jobs of doormen, because nowadays we're seeing AI taking over lots of jobs, but also like when Charles lost that his grandmother's recipe, I think, in the source, and then we saw Bash using that phone to check out. I mean, that's a bit freaky, isn't it? So it is like a little layer of like representation of what AI is gonna look like taking over like jobs and stuff like that. So yeah, but that might be what's gonna happen in the next few episodes. Like maybe the trio might use AI against them, or maybe AI is going to be used for them, like to blackmail them or something. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. But
Maybe.
I just realized we might see a cameo of like who's that podcast woman from season 2?
That's
Cinder,
it.
yeah.
That's it.
I
Yeah.
I feel like we might see her again because I
Hmm.
feel like they're in the industry for podcasts now. She might probably gonna come along at some point, and maybe who knows, she might actually help the trio like get a break off their contract or something. I forgot to mention her in the last review, but in season 2 there was like I think she was like the Arconians like what's the word like not like leader but like president or something. Her name was like Nina Lee. She was pregnant in season 2, and that's why she had plans for the building, and that's just gone to scratch. I don't know where she's been, but I just feel like all those things that's happening in the building, like even in the gambling room. I'm like, where's she at? I swear she must have plans for all this.
Also, just having a thought of people that we haven't seen or heard about. What happened to Lucy? Am I being silly?
Who's Lucy? Oh,
Charles's niece,
Charles. Is that his stepdaughter?
stepdaughter? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
whoever that is. Um, yeah, we haven't heard of her or from her since that season. So
Yeah.
it will be nice for her maybe to make a phone call or something. Maybe that's
Mm.
how we find out about the medicine that he's taking.
Or else, or maybe his sister or someone else. Also, if Teddy is gonna come back, you know what I really love? I would love to see him. Maybe Theo might return. That'd be really cool. And also, who's Oliver's son called?
William,
William.
is
I
it?
would love to see interaction of William and Teddy, knowing. Yeah, I don't know. I want to see like, or maybe William and Theo, and just maybe had that look, and like you could just see there's like a little. I don't know, but you know what I mean, like that kind of like interaction that made there's a secret bond between them, but even they don't know what it is.
Okay, well, episode 5, next week's episode is called Tongue Tied, and we do have a plot this time. Thwarted in their investigative podcast plans, Mabel and Oliver look for help from the Arconia support staff as Charles dines with another suspect and gets caught up in catching more than he bargained for.
Did you say catching or
Mm.
chatting?
Oh, catching.
So
Oh,
the wife,
catching.
because he was
I
flirting
think
with the
it could
wife.
be the wife. Yep, yep, yep,
I was
yep.
I said that
Yeah.
there was something between them.
So the wife,
Hmm. Another suspect. So she could perhaps be the fifth person.
yes.
Perhaps,
I
yeah.
still think it's someone new. I don't know why, but then maybe
Mm,
they're adding too many characters if it is another new person.
yeah.
So it probably is the wife. Maybe one of the sons or something.
Mm. I think Ellie is bang on right with the suspect that Charles is going to be dining with. I think it's definitely going to be Nikki's wife. I think that 100% just makes sense. In terms of Mabel and Oliver and who they're looking for help from the Arconia support staff, I'm guessing perhaps Randall and maybe the robot as well. I guess the robot is support staff, so perhaps they
Mm,
might, like how I mentioned the finger and checking the fingerprint. Perhaps that's what they'll be up to in the next episode.
yeah.
Don't know. I
Howard
don't
might
know
help
who
as
else it
well.
would be. Mm,
Howard might help as well because he helped the gang for a bit, and then he's sort of introducing the robot to everyone.
Yeah, so Howard might be one with, not one with the robot, but like part of helping the robot help them. But I definitely think
Mm,
Randall, I think we definitely need to deep dive into him
hmm.
somewhere. So I think
Yeah.
this potentially could be the one. Um,
yeah.
tongue-tied as well as the
Mm.
name. So maybe they find out a bit more about what happens and then they really can't say anything. So
Mm.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else like tongue tie, maybe like kissing and tongue ties.
Oh, well, I mean that might be what Charles is up to though. You know.
He's gonna have another love interest. Oh,
Uh,
he's going off for a crazy woman.
mm,
First in
this
season
is
1, then
true. He needs
season
to get a new
3.
type. Someone needs to help this
yeah.
man find an
Hmm.
actual eligible woman.
Yeah.
But when you mention Howard, I don't know if you guys have heard, but there's like a big theory on like Howard being like the big baddie of like the whole show.
I can see
So
that.
Really?
I can so see
yeah,
that.
But I don't. Why would he though? Like, why would he spy on the group though?
I don't know,
Nosy
but
neighbor. He's the big mob boss behind it all, you know? He's been a part of it every single time, and maybe all the deaths actually weren't that and they were all him. I don't know.
Mm.
I can't remember if Howard is left-handed. I mean, let us guys knows.
I don't think he
Sorry, let
is.
us guys know. If you know,
No, I think
I
he
don't.
is.
I feel like he is. So
I
I
think
feel
he
Is
is.
like
There
he?
was
he
that was
could
part of an
be.
episode, wasn't it?
I feel like it was.
That was a big part of an episode, if I'm correct.
I'm literally searching up it now. No, Howard Moore is from Only Murders in the Building is not left-handed.
Oh, I've got here. This is on Reddit though. Hold on, where did it
Yeah,
go?
I'm reading the same thing.
Oh,
But I just don't see
Never
him.
a discussion about him being left-handed. Maybe I'm getting confused with something else.
yeah.
Oh no, hold on. I remember Emily in the last episode, you said, well, last review, you said Detective Williams was left-handed,
Mhm.
though I cannot see her as being the big baddie and setting up cameras in the apartments.
We also haven't really seen her this season.
Yeah.
She's
We
never,
haven't really
they
had
really
anything
have
with her.
decreased her appearances in the last few seasons, which is a shame, really,
They
because that's
kind of
what she
just
was in a
use
lot.
her when they need oh, you need this thing from the police. Here you go. And then
Yeah,
she
but
disappears
also as
again.
like she's very comedic, so so yeah, they only use her for like funny times. So guys, that's the end of our review today of episode 4 of Only Murders in the Building. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment down below on your thoughts on the episode. If you have any theories, we'd love to hear them. Also, please make sure you like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Stay updated for our future videos that will come up soon. And you can also check our other reviews of Only Murders in the Building from season 2 to season 4. Check them out on our channel. We also done a few games, not a few, a lot of games, pranks, debates, reaction videos, all on our channel, guys. Check them out. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram or X, Twitter, whatever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.